Morning everybody, absolutely beautiful day here, and what better day with no wind whatsoever to go off and do a little bit of aero testing on a hill near us, not far away. So let's go and see how we get on. So we're going to be testing three positions today. Your classic tuck position where you're on the drops as far forward as possible. Got the elbows slightly canted in so that you can just feel the edge of the bar, and I've made this little pad here so I can rest my chin on the stem, right in the center of the stem, and that way I have the same position with eyes forward. I'm going to have my left leg down, right leg up, and then I can repeat that position as many times as I like. The pad's here just so that you don't get your teeth knocked out when you hit a few bumps at 50 odd kilometers an hour. It just means you can rest your chin on the stem. And then the next position is just the classic hoods position. So hands nicely tight against the hoods, elbows locked, head up, looking forward, and I'm going to line the edge of my sunglasses with the top of the Garmin so that the head's in as much as the same position as it can be. And then the third and final position is just simply on the flats, arms locked again, looking straight up and ahead, back straight, neck straight. There we go. Right, so here we are. This is what's known locally as the Big Dipper. We've got a big U-shaped bowl, so it's a descent and then it goes up the other side, so it's perfect for this kind of test. It's going to slow us down on the other side. What's interesting is this is actually used to be an old bike race stadium. You can see these steps behind me. The crowds would be here and the riders would finish at this point here. This is when cycling was very strong back in the old days in Brittany. Anyway, so this pink mark just in front of me here is where we start the test, and on this side I'm going to come past at 20 kilometers an hour. I can do that plus or minus 1 kilometer an hour roughly using the Garmin. It's quite accurate here, and then we start the test. So here we go. Swap wheels, and we're going to take the lightweights out and put the Corimas in and just see if we can detect any difference at all between the two of them. They've got the same tyres, same pressures, so that's all good. These quick releases, by the way, are pretty good. They're very light, very aero, and very simple. And if you do get a puncture, it's not a problem because just use puncture foam so you don't need to take the wheel out. And if that doesn't work, then you can phone your wife who comes to get you. Final results are, here's the flats, obviously the least far, and then we walk up here, and we get to the hoods, which is here, and then quite a long way up here, we're talking a good 30 meters or so, we find all the flat, the tuck results. So the yellow ones are the lightweights. So we've got a spread 3 results here, all within a meter of each other. And then a little bit behind, again, all within about a meter of each other, the green marks are the Corima. So the Corima has at no point beaten the lightweight, but it got pretty close. Okay, now just for kicks, we're going to try the most aero position possible on my wife's bike. This is a Specialized Vita Expert. Quite a nice bike, discs, fairly light. Let's see how it does. So even though this bike is about 2.5 kilos, I'll have to check, heavier than mine, so with the inertia it should go a bit further. It's actually finished about 15 meters down on my bike, so it shows that aero, this bike is not especially aero, especially the position of your body. Basically, I can't get much lower than this. So you need drop bars to go fast down hills. So is there anything that we can get from these tests? Well, there's no great surprises. Obviously, the lower you get, the faster you're going to go, and if you keep yourself upright, it's going to slow you down. But perhaps what is interesting is just how much further you go when you adopt a really aero position. If you can really get yourself low, if you can really get your back flat and your head right down, then you're going to go much farther and faster, whether you're on the flat pedaling or coming down some alpine col. The body is providing about 80% of the drag, so this is really the crucial thing in riding faster at high speeds. All the little extras like wheels, aero handlebars, all the rest of it are just little bits of icing on the cake. You've really got to get your body aero if you want to go faster.